There is music by request going out in honor of our military personnel in Dallas Home. A classic from him with Be My Shelter. We have, joining us in the studio today, Brent Anderson, and talking about a book, this We Three Kings book. Now, you got to tell me, are you how did you learn about your giftedness in writing?
Well, that's an interesting story, a story that I really want to share with people, because I jokingly tell folks that I graduated in the top 95% of my high school class, which most people don't get the joke when I tell it, because a lot of times you associate 95% with, that's close to 100%, that's good, right? Well, what I'm really saying is I graduated somewhere above the lowest 5%. And it wasn't actually until college that I suspected an instructor told me that he thinks I have dyslexia and I should get tested for that. And lo and behold, I actually do have dyslexia.
Really?
And that was one of the reasons why I struggled so much in high school.
And nobody detected that?
No, it did not. As a matter of fact, we homeschool, and my oldest child, Caleb, he has dyslexia too, so I've learned a lot about myself just through doing research and finding help for him and his dyslexia. But one thing you learn about people with dyslexia is some commonalities are they tend to be very creative, big concept thinkers, but things like irrational, like multiplication tables, just drive dyslexic minds crazy. I'm 42 years old. I still don't have my multiplication tables memorized, and you know what? I've been successful without having to learn that little tidbit. So
there you go.
But no, I want to encourage, especially young people. I've worked with young people my whole life, and I've worked with a lot of kids who struggle in school, and I just want kids out there listening that, with God and faith and hard work, anything is possible, even if you have difficulties or struggle with things.
When a child goes through a time like that, like you struggled with it, you really, your self-worth in your own eyes goes really down. You think, it's like, well, I'm not that special, and yet here's something that God has given you, this very, very special talent of being able to write and the creativity that comes out of that. So, everybody has a special areas that they are gifted in. And we can do a great service to all of our kids by finding those things that the Lord has gifted them in and encourage them in that.
I totally agree. Yeah, I'm not the typical word nerd that, drafts something that way. I'm more of a real creative thinker. Like, for instance, the book, the idea for the book, it played like a movie inside my head. I saw the movie, and basically to write the book, I just had to describe the movie that was playing in my head. I've always had that ability to conceptualize things visually. My wife gives me a hard time because I do things like, I've designed entire floor plans for houses inside my head before I even put pencil and paper and have it all figured out. I can do the walkthrough. And that's one of the interesting things about people with a dyslexic mind, is that they do have, they're able to visualize things, and being able to take that visual concept and then type it into the computer and that sort of thing is a challenge, but that's why we have editors and such. And I did hire a professional editor actually two different professional editors, so it's a very well-polished piece of work. But my original manuscript that I typed into the computer didn't look as nice and clean and crisp as the product you have sitting in front of you.